Hi everybody, today I will teach you the Nimzo Indian defense, alright? So the Nimzo Indian defense is a defense against d4. Now here are the must-play moves, like if your opponent doesn't play this, you can't play the gambit. No, the opening, sorry. So what white must play, since it was, a d4 opening, they will need to start with d4. Now you go knight f6, alright? After the Nimzo Indian, there's many lines like the Trumpowski, London, but the Nimzo actually is c4. Now we're gonna play e6, letting out the bishop, preparing d5. Now there are really two moves here. The most common one is knight c3, which goes straight into the main line of a Nimzo Indian. About knight f3. I don't think we'll cover that. If you really think you need to learn what to do against knight f3, there's this Bogo Indian. And really you need to analyze with Stockfish and do your own opening prep. But in today's video, we will cover knight c3. Now after knight c3, you will play bishop b4, okay? That's like the golden rule. Bishop b4 after knight c3. Of course, there's other lines, but the main line is bishop b4. Now the most common is two options. If there's less or less, you really need to prep it for yourself. So there's two lines. The first one is e3. Second one we'll play is queen c2. The main line or the best option is c3. Now I've done this before, what I recommend is castling just to get your king safe, it's just my suggestions. Of course, if you want to learn the Nimzo Indian, the best moves, something like that, I think you need to go somewhere else. Maybe this video isn't for you then. Anyways, castles. Really three main options, I would say, for white. First one, knight f3. This isn't the main line, I think. It's like a sideline, but white really has only three options, really. It is knight f3, bishop d3, and bishop d2. So I will cover both of I won't cover bishop d2, you need to prep that for yourself, but in today's video I will cover this and this, alright? So how about we cover this first? So after bishop d3, you will play d5, and of course right earlier here, just a reminder, they can't play e4 because the knight's pinned, meaning that this is a free pawn, because if white tries to take it, it would be in check. It would be in check, alright? So they can't just play e4, that's why they play e3. Castle, remember? And then just imagine they played bishop d3. We will go d5. Now they're probably gonna move the knight out. Other moves, I don't know really, because the other moves are more. And by the way, whatever in this opening they play a3, you need to take the knight. Alright, that's the thing, because if you try to go back, they'll go b4. Now you go back again, trying to escape. They have c5. Now the bishop is trapped because the only square to go to is a5. Oh, I kept the pawn on c5, which is defended both ways. And if you go to a5, your bishop will just get taken by the b file pawn. So that's why whenever they play a3, you need to take the knight. Right, that's like thingy. And what I recommend in the Nimzo Indian defense, what I recommend, alright, it's not like the best move or something. It's like, if your opponent plays like a line you don't know, like a very weird like knight, just let's just say they play here, alright, or like if you go like very deep and then they like just disappear from your prep, opening prep, you would like to fianchetto your light square bishop to b7, and you would like to bring your knight on b8 to d7, knight b to d7, and you would want your f-file knight get to e4 and have the f5 move. So like the knight is very glued, like just glued to the e4 square, and then your knight that is on d7 can now jump to f6 to protect it, so that even if they trade it with the bishop, you can just take back with the knight. So like the knight will be very powerful on e4 in the like middle game or like the end game section, you know. So but anyways, they really have two options, I would say, the knight here and knight here. So what I would do versus knight here, what I would play, you would have to play c5, and if they take like this, you take with the pawn. If they take like this, you take here. And if they take here, you trade queens, you know. And then like the king loses threat to castles and everything. And even I think like there's a moment like similar things, alright? So like you take here, now take here. No, not now, but like yeah. Like the pawn wasn't here, I think. When yeah. So like just imagine this pawn wasn't here. He would have the opponent would have triple isolated pawns, which is very bad. And in that line, I think you go like here, and just imagine this pawn isn't here, okay, on the d5 pawn. Then you would have the queen on a5, and it would just, the triple isolated pawn would just be targets. And once they are gone, the a-file pawn is also lonely, right? And then you've just got this big connection between your pawns. Like the B and A pawns are like connected. All the way from H file to D file is connected, you know? So that's what I'm saying. So that's just what happens if they take. Now they will probably develop the bishop like this. In that case, you just take here or this way. I think both ways are kind of okay. Yeah, both ways are okay actually. And the most common, I think, they would just castle, which you will bring your knight here. See, because this line, the white has this pawns, connected pawns, and this pawn chain on the surround that file. And so like depending on the position, you would maybe fianchetto your light square bishop, or maybe bring in, when you fianchetto your bishop, just bring your knight to d7, right? But if your knight already committed to the c6 square, then you probably need to find another square for the bishop, or you can just fan cut if you want. So if whenever they just take, yeah, see now, because if you take here, they take here, and if you take the queen, see last time the king hasn't castled yet, so the king would be forced to capture the queen, and to lose its right to castle. But this time, white has already castled, and the rook can just take. Oh, sorry, the rook can just take, or the knight can take, which is bad because you like just undevelop your knight. So the best move is rook takes, and that's why after if they take here, you don't take that. So you will bring your bishop back, taking here. See, now that white has castled, there's no point of pinning the knight. It's even not pinned, so like it's like blank on the e1 and d2 square. So now we're really deep dark in the woods, and I shouldn't really tell you more, because like you'll have to do it more if you want, because it's already on the like what, ninth move, 10th, whatever. But yeah, so that's really what happens. So e3 castles, and that's what happens after bishop d3. So if they play knight f3, you will play b6. Now they will probably bring the bishop out again, and now you play d5, and they can castle or just do less than like now you see you don't even take. You fan castle your bishop since you already played the b6 move, and later in the game you would like to play knight d7, the knight on f6 hop on e4, your other knight goes to the f6, and you will just have a strong knight on e4. And if they ever trade it, you just take back the knight. If they trade again with the knight, probably just take the bishop with check, and then no, sorry, you can't take, because the knight can take back. Okay, so probably now white with castle, they don't have all the pieces is out. So like now you play the similar move c5. If they take, just take, and if they take here, just take here, take here. Now because there's no queen trade, you go back, and that's really and you have a pin. So the queen, like Stockfish recommend to get out of the pin, and that happens. What happens if they take? So whenever, well, they do less. If you do less, actually now if you want to save your bishop, it's fine. But the knight would just take here, like less something like that, and yeah. So you will be fine if going back after c5, but I would recommend just take if they ever do that. So like just yeah. So they will now they kind of like all developed, and if the queen goes here, you need to find a way to save your bishop, because there's no pin after the king is castled, so the bishop is useless, and the bishop's like never gonna take the knight, or like actually it's boxed in, so the only thing kind of can do is like just yeah. So yeah, that would what to be happened after knight f3. So we played b6 move, and now if they played this, similar idea, but we played this move d5 first before they So if they play it now, it will be the same line. Where you can capture a bishop, and it would be as if they did it with the slight other move order. It would be the same position as you did this. Sorry. Right, the same position. So I don't really need to talk about more here. And if they play this, after you play this, if they castle, well actually this is the same line. Sorry. That's really after knight f3. Let's see the other line I was talking about. So after here, a bit common move would be queen c2, which I don't know if you can see, but white's advantage is like gone according to Stockfish. The meaning of queen c2 is if white black ever takes, you would like to take with the queen back and not have double pawns. As if, let's just say, if you take now, you would have double pawns, and white doesn't want to do that, so they play queen c2, or they can play queen b3, which I will not cover in this video, so you need to have a prep for that yourself. But the common move is queen c2. All right. So now you play c5. If they take, you just take back with the bishop, because mostly you want to damage the pawns, since you were trading a bishop for a knight. So once the queen gets there, you don't really want to trade anymore. So let's just say maybe they get here. Sorry, why do black want to do that? If the king just takes, what happens? Check here. Does that win the piece? Wait, you sack the piece. Check. Took a piece. You want a pawn and the king. Oh, okay. So that's why. Okay, but anyways, if like kind of just play knight f3, you would like to castle, or you can play knight c6. What I recommend is castling, get you a king safe, all of that stuff. Stockfish recommends a3, which in that case, I think it would be okay with like less, because if they play less, you have less, and then if they try to do less, you have this nice hole on c7. So like your bishop is nice, So yeah, and now they really don't have any moves, They can try with e4. Wait, can they? If you play d5, take. Yeah, that works. Here, check. Here. Oh, sorry. That was deep. Anyways, so you could play d5 if you want, and really developing the knight is not a bad move, and the valuation now is plus 0.2 in the ordinary. Before the first move is made, it will be plus 0.6, which means that basically black has earned half a point by move 7, and that's really good, because like if you're up a whole point, a whole pawn, by the end game, there's a high chance you will probably win the end game. So half a point on move 7 really is good. And now the valuation is to 0. So that's more than so 0 dead equal after knight c6. So now after knight c6. Sorry, knight c6 did equal. And now I'm gonna have some practice games. So let's do this. Okay, so we are gonna play a practice match. We got d4, as we did knight f6, c4, we play e6, Nimzo, Indian defense, alright? Now my opponent just signed the deal that they are gonna play freely. As I said, we would castle. Maybe not the best move, but what I like to do. So now here, I forgot completely. I didn't do bishop d2 since I thought it wasn't so good looking move because like, why would you do this? Well, I get that you're protecting the knight and everything. Maybe just play b7. And as I said, whenever my opponent plays a3, especially when I got my b pawn on b6, okay. That wasn't one of the, but okay. Pawn here. And please, I didn't cover bishop d2, did I? Or maybe I did. By the way, this is 2 days after I filmed, I recorded the theory part. So it's been 2 days, I think, or 1 day, I don't know. Just take back my bishop is useless on b4. So I'm gonna fianchetto my bishop to b7. I already castled, so probably my opponent, they can't fianchetto. That was kind of dumb, I think, because, if you're watching this, just I'll just tell you why. Because once you do that move, you're gonna fianchetto your bishop. But when I put my bishop on b7, if you put your bishop on g2, I'm gonna take your bishop. And if you don't care, I'm gonna take your rook on h1. So now the only move is f3 or like I said, I just take the rook. Like I said, just, and by the way, just a small tips. If you are fianchettoing bishop, or your opponent's fianchettoing their bishop, don't fianchetto your bishop on the same diagonal because you're gonna mess up, What should I do with my light square bishop? Maybe bring it back? By the way, I don't see any threats. That's not a threat. Queen h7 is not a threat. And even if the queen was protected somehow, if the knight was on g5, let's just say, the queen could not have taken on h7 because my knight was on f6, protecting that. And yeah. My opponent has 50 seconds left in a 3-2 game. Actually, 3-2 is plenty of time, actually, but I don't know if that's much. So this I will play d5 since my pieces are kind of loaded on d5. My light square bishop's not doing much. Alright, so let's see. Let's just stick with the pawn, Let's pre-move with the bishop. And just don't pre-move, alright? Alright, so once again, What does the threat? I don't see any threat. If I get checkmated, that's like so stupid. Okay. I'll just go here. What's the threat? Okay, I just trade. So. Oh, I see. So they're trying to trap my rook there. Alright. I just play 97. Oh, like, just 97. Yeah. So what do we do now? Maybe here? And once again, I don't see any checkmate threats. 27 seconds, not a lot of time actually. Go here. A6. I may be not as... my English is like... Okay. Go here. Take my bishop. And now e2 is actually hanging. Because the queen was protecting and now we traded queens. So actually let move blunders a bishop. And yeah, so okay, that was with check. It's okay. Just straight up mate. Alright guys, so we have practice match number 2. d4, c4, e6. Okay, this was not intended, but like I said, last time we played d5, we don't get to the knight c3, which is okay. So I haven't seen this line. I'm pretty sure it's a weird line. Probably just put this. Alright. Well, now let's move. Okay. Let's play knight c6. Once again, so I'm not playing like the best move. I'm just playing what I think is good. Now probably like just pawn takes b6 is good. Probably I should play it here. Now that move weakens b6, but it's okay because I get this move, b5, and the dark square bishop is pointing at the pawn, which is protected. And my game plan is like to castle short. And if I can get the knight on c4, that would be wonderful. The problem right now is that my dark square bishop can't go anywhere. It's okay, just e6 and then I'll find a good square for it. Alright, c4 really looks like a good spot. My bishop's just kind of in the way actually. I'll just castle. Okay, both bishops are pointed at my king. Alright, so probably what I can play is knight to the middle, opening my dark square bishop. The queen, the white queen isn't doing much, right? But guess I'll just play a5. You know, we alright, takes there. Can just take here. My knight's defended. Queen. What the? You can't. No, why? My knight's not pinned. Alright, anyways, that's a lesson for you guys, alright? don't have like bad vision, okay? Chat, both this gambit. No. Check a fork on the king and rook. I don't see any downside. Okay, so resignation. Alright, so that will be the practice match number 2. And see you guys in the next video then. Bye.